Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Monster Strike, let's look at level 20 of the Kinki. And this is the other stage, in addition to level 15, where you can go for the appearance from Setsuna. I got the 50 clears in level 15, and didn't get the appearance. And then, I wanted to get closer to the max luck of Naraku. So I went and I beat level 20, that's how I got the additional 5 drops. And then I figured while I was here, I would, try for the Setsuna appearance. And then just to see, which characters I have, and see if I have a good team. And I think I do have a good team. But the linchpin of this team is the Deku friend. His strike shot can one-punch the boss from, I think, the first boss stage. So that can really speed up the Setsuna marathon, the times that you run in a certain amount of time. You might think this is cheesy, but if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, be my guest. But you hear of people getting 200, 300 clears and never getting an appearance from Setsuna. So I'll do everything I can in order to, ease the marathon, make it smoother. But gimmicks here are warps and blocks. I'm bringing all bounce light characters as well. If we take down the bull guys, they will delay everybody, and that's good because the spritzers, they will revive each other every turn, and then also hit us with pretty damaging attacks. On this second stage, the skull guys, they are the ones that will delay, but they also have a power-up, kind of a mini blast. Teammates that it hits will get the power-up, and that's very, very important for this quest. But once a character gets power-up, they can one-punch most of the little guys in one hit, so that's very important. And then for Deck, that will be key to getting the one-punch on his strike shot as well. And then there are also these lotuses here. If we hit them, they will put up these speed-up walls, which can help us because there will sometimes be speed-down attacks from enemies. We can prevent that with the Spirit Crest. So if you do put a Spirit Crest on one of your characters for this mission, you want to give them the Light and Dark Slayer, and then the Speed Down Resistance. Okay, third stage here. We want to get rid of the bull guy to delay everybody. And then with my Monju and my Deck, we will go for direct attacks on the spritzers, hopefully take them all down before they revive each other. And I have 2 of Monju. I got him very recently, that was lucky. He has a 4-turn becomes a pure strike shot, which has a very low multiplier on it. But as we can see from there, the attack up, gives us such a modifier that we can still do great damage if we hit the boss's weak point. And that'll be really important, hitting the boss's weak point with the attack up. The character in my second slot is Sandalphon, and I also gave her the Spirit Crest. She has a good strike shot, which is basically just a speed and power up, which is very useful for this quest. Okay, Battle 4, we'll get rid of the other skull guy, we will delay everybody. Next I want to get rid of the spritzers if I can. Deck didn't really have a angle there, so we just went for the other skull guy. And here's my other Monju. He could use his becomes a pure strike shot just to go straight for the spritzers, but he didn't have the attack up, so I didn't feel like it was worth it. But we were able to take down one, and then with the delay, we can, prevent the revival. So then with just my next character, we'll get in there and take down the spritzers. And then against just us and the boss, we can go straight for the boss. And yeah, I gotta pay attention to who has the attack up. I see that Monju has the attack up, so we just go straight for the weak point using the strike shot and get lots of damage there. And then this deck has the Strike Haste Ableberry, so that's 5 turns faster than usual. That's pretty important in here if you don't want to, delay the earlier stages. So yeah, if you do have a deck, give him some attack up and a strike haste. Okay. But yeah, since there are the speed up and then the speed up walls and then the attack up blasts, maybe you might be able to get away without Able Berries and Spirit Crests, but just to be on the safe side, I say, put them on there. Alright, so on this stage, first boss stage, it is possible to one-punch the boss, but Deck needs to have the attack up from the previous stage, and that's because there's no way to get attack up on this stage. There are no skull guys. If a sword appears randomly, then maybe we can do it, but that's not something we can count on, so we'll just do this stage the old-fashioned way. We'll take down the 2 bull guys. That will reveal the boss's weak point, and then also bring out the spritzers. So here, with the weak point exposed, if Deck had the attack up and his strike shot charge, we could use it here and then take down the boss. I do not have either of those things, so we'll just get rid of the spritzer group. And then we can go after the boss's weak point here. And then this stage, actually, the boss's ultimate attack is kind of on a short timer, so we do want to keep the pressure up. Thankfully, my positioning here was good to line up with the weak point. So yeah, big damage there. Okay, we are heading to the second boss stage, which I feel like is maybe the best stage to go for the Deku one punch. But before we can do that, we have to reveal the boss's weak point. So first with Monju, let's get rid of one of the skull guys. And then Deck, he's in good position right here. He's close enough to the skull guy that even if somebody else were to take him down, he would get that power up. If Deck is not in position, we don't want to take down these skull guys. But here I'm checking to see if his block is on the gauge. It is, so we'll miss the gauge, and then we'll take down the skull guy, we'll get the power up. And then, within the next 3 turns, I need to take down the spritzer group, so that I can reveal the boss's weak point. It doesn't matter if Deck hits the boss's weak point, it just has to be out, because that somehow affects Deck's strike shot. Many people are still wondering how it exactly works. Nobody really knows, but with the weak point out, Deck's strike shot will do the damage that we need. So, all right, and then the next Sandalphon and Monju, they got nothing to do, so we're basically just waiting until Deck's turn. Sandalphon will take down the bull guy just in case to delay. Monju will just do an up and down. And then with Deck, he has the power up. There are all the warps out as well, so he gets the super no warp bonus. And then he has like his counter slayers and stuff, so many multipliers. And near 1 billion damage, I guess that is. And that's enough to take down the boss there. And then we have a clear under 9 minutes, which is pretty great. Alright, so that is how you gauge skip fairly easily with a Deck on your team. And then I'll show you one more run. And then what will happen here is that Deck will hit the boss without the power-up from the sword or the skull guy. But still level 2, he's got the slayers, he's got the super no warp. And still 300 million damage about. And I think we skipped a gauge there and took away most of the last gauge. So even if, like, things don't go your way and you don't get the power up, it's still worth using his strike shot once the boss's weak point is revealed. So yeah, Deck is pretty amazing in here. Apparently he can do something similar to Setsuna, which I still have not gotten the appearance of. About 10 clears here in level 20 and still no appearances. But yeah, I think moving forward, I'm just going to go exclusively level 20, farming, doing the Setsuna marathon. The appearance rate is slightly higher here. It's like 1 in 30 instead of 1 in 50. And then I feel like I have a better team. I use Malik on 15, but I don't have a lot of confidence that he'll be super helpful for me in the Setsuna quest. If I pull a Rue or a Kali, then maybe I'll think about going back to 15. But yeah, for now, I'm going to do 20 and then rely on Deku friends. Hopefully he's on the friends list for a very long time. He's pretty much the MVP of the Kinki, all by himself. He's pretty crazy. Okay, good luck with that, and we'll see you again. Take care.